Man behind the curtain, could you pull that curtain all the way open, please? And what is next? Man behind the curtain. One year, there was a friend two friends named Frog and Toad. Now Frog was working, getting ready for the winter. He was building up his stores, putting things in his house, getting ready for hibernating like he did every year. Anyway, Toad saw Frog working so hard, so Toad hopped over and asked Frog, "Hey, what are you doing?" Frog said, "I'm getting ready for the winter." Toad said, "Phooey." So Frog continued to work. Frog was wondering why Toad wasn't getting anything ready for the winter. But Frog knew he had to get some stuff together because it was going to be a long winter. So, Toad got tired of watching Frog, and Toad asked Frog again, "Hey man, you don't need all that food." Frog said, "Hey, it's going to be a long winter. Don't come to my house when you run out of food." So Frog continued to work, and Toad said, "Phooey." Besides, I can't eat all that stuff. What you gonna do with oats? So Toad went on and hopped to his house. Frog was ready, so he joined everyone else because he got his work done. And what Toad did is he just went inside and hoped everything was gonna be okay. He said, "I'm gonna order takeout for the winter." And so this begins this wonderful adventure of Frog and Toad when they had a year to prepare and have a lot of fun. Get ready. Get ready. time, there were two good friends. And their names were Frog and Toad. And they both went to hibernate through the winter. And all the animals went to hibernate because it was time for hibernation. And they slept and slumbered and drooled and slept and snored until one day April came. And when April comes, what happens? Now, Frog was happy to get up and greet the spring. Because remember, Frog had all that food stored up. And so Frog came out, took in some of that fresh spring air. And it was right to work for Frog. So Frog cleaned those windows, had to get those windows clean. Had to, stain that door, paint the door. And she went and mowed the yard and trimmed that tree. And then she hopped into the forest and saw all of her animal friends. But she was looking around and she didn't see Toad. So I bet that Toad is still up in his house. So she hopped over to Toad's house. Now she didn't see any lights on, so she went and looked around the back of Toad's house. No, he's not in the back. So went around, hopped around the front and went to the raccoon and asked Mr. Raccoon where was Toad. Raccoon didn't know where Toad was. So she went to knock on Toad's door. What? So she tried again. So she tried again. Now that Toad is a stubborn Toad, so we're gonna need some help waking up Toad. So on a count of three, we're gonna say, wake up Toad, it's springtime. 1, 2, 3. So Toad came out the house and said, it's springtime? Why didn't you think about it? And they all gathered together to welcome the new spring and celebrate for the good times to come for this year.
Sing,
One day, Frog and Toad both went to go check their mailboxes. Now, Frog always got a lot of letters, big fat letters. Because Frog was a popular frog. And so he wanted to go and show Toad all the letters he got. Now Toad stuck his hand in his mailbox and kept coming out with nothing but lint, dust. And so Frog was trying to share all the good letters that he got, and Toad had told Frog that he never got any letters, and that made Frog and Toad really sad. So Toad went inside to feel all lonely and sulky by himself. Frog was trying to figure out, and Toad closed his door because we don't want people to come. Yeah. And so Frog hopped over to his home and tried to figure out a way to make Toad feel better. So Frog took his mail inside and started to try to write a letter for Toad. Frog, you still writing? No text messages in the forest. That's right, he didn't want anybody to see it. It was a personal letter. And so when he finished writing the letter, he needed to find someone to mail that letter for him. So Frog came out and he hopped into the middle of the forest. Stop. Now I wonder who he asked to deliver that letter for him.
The bees.
No, not the bees. Stop. Wait a minute. Oh, I know what's supposed to happen. We were supposed to wait till he got right there, and now we said one more time. Not the bees, now give it to me. I need more birds. And no, not the birds. So if he didn't ask the bees, and he didn't ask the birds, who do you think he asked? That's right. And he gave Frog go time.
Where's the snail? There it is. Wow, that snail is fast.
And so the snail said he would deliver that letter as fast as he could. so much fun during the springtime. You wouldn't believe some of the things they did. They did stuff like plant their gardens, and they flew their kite, played some basketball, rode their bicycles, and they had picnics. Days flew by and soon it was summer. Now some cool things they do in the summer. One of the main things they did, they went swimming. They climbed the trees. They fell out of the trees. They went surfing. They went dancing. Surfing and dancing looks the same. They played video games. And they drank lemonade. Now what goes good with a tall, cool glass of lemonade? That's right. Now one sunny summer day, Frog was at her home. Bored out of her mind. Just bored. I mean, really bored. And she just couldn't figure out a thing to do. She tried using this modern technology thing called a cell phone to call a friend. And she got on the phone with them and they were bored too. So she just went inside her home to take a boring nap. Toad, on the other hand, was never bored. What Toad did when he got bored or wanted to do something, he went to bake. So Toad went to his outdoor Hashitachi oven and sprayed his pan with some oil, the outdoor oven grill, and cut him some cookies. Then he sprinkled some sugar. He was heavy with the sugar, sprinkled heavy with the sugar. Then some cinnamon. And then he hopped into his house to get the special ingredients. Wrong, he gonna break my door, Toad. I don't know who's gonna fix that out there in the forest. And so Toad came out, see, and he went to his oven to put the special ingredient in, hot sauce. It's Cajun, delicious. And so he put it in his oven, and he left those cookies to bake, and he went to go take a hot sauce cookie nap. Meanwhile, when Frog was finished being bored looking out the window, and Frog came out of her home, she decided she was going to go see what Toad was doing, so she hopped over to Toad's house. And she stopped by the lake, and she could smell the sweet aroma of cookies baking. So she knew who was baking cookies, so she hopped over to Toad's house. Now while she was hopping over there, she noticed Toad wasn't outside, and she knew where his outdoor cookie grill was, so she went over and took the pan out. Immediately, Toad could smell his cookies had been opened up, and he tried to come out. But before he could make it there, Frog had grabbed one of those cookies and shoved it in her mouth. And it was hot. I mean, really hot. And so she whispered to Toad, she had an idea. Let's go share these with everybody else. So, with their evil, diabolical twins, they decided to share those cookies with everyone in the forest. So they hopped around the forest sharing cookies. Free cookies, everyone. Free cookies, everyone. And so when they all got their cookies, they held their cookies up and they made a toast, good wellness and happiness for cookies and animals of all kinds. And they all ate. After all, what's the fun of making super hot habanero hot cookies if you can't share them with all your friends? Yum. But everything was not okay. The hills grew steeper, the sled started going faster and faster. Autumn came, and the leaves started falling from the trees. Frog had decided to hop over to Toad's house, and Toad had decided the same thing at the same time, so they missed each other. Frog was looking around Toad's house, like, look at this mess. Leaves everywhere. And Toad was at Frog's house, look at this mess. Leaves everywhere. So Frog decided to rake up the leaves in Toad's yard. And Toad decided to rake up the leaves in the Frog's yard. And Toad closed Frog's mailbox too. You don't want to get screwed. Okay? And it was a lot of work, so Frog needed some help. So Frog got some of her animal friends to help rake up leaves. And Toad was working pretty hard. Toad got some of her animal friends to help rake up leaves. And they worked and worked and worked real hard. Mr. Wharton, what is raking leaves? And they worked until they finished. When they finished, they high-fived each other. And they sat down to eat lunch. And while they were eating lunch, they told stories, and they laughed about stuff, and they ate and ate and ate until their bellies were full, and they went to sleep on those full bellies. They went to sleep without touching anyone else. And meanwhile, the squirrels. Now, do you all think the squirrels helped them animals work at all? The squirrels only cared about gathering their own food. So the squirrels, with their evil, sinister laugh, they came out and they saw that there was some stuff going on. And instead of helping those animals, this is what those squirrels did. And they just ran and ransacked the leaves and jumped on them, and they jumped on them and they threw them and they tossed them and they rolled in them and they jumped on them. And then they snuck off into the forest again with that evil laugh. When Frog woke up from her nap and her friends woke up and Toad and her friends woke up, they saw that all the leaves had been messed up and they were furious about it. I mean, they were having a fit about the whole thing. So much they were kicking the leaves themselves. But in the end, what did Frog and Toad learn? And meanwhile, guess who was still trying to deliver that letter to Frog and Toad? And so the snail took so long, it became winter. It's cold when it's winter, it's cold. And so what's some things we do in the winter? We do stuff like drink hot chocolate. And we put on big coats. And we wear earmuffs and gloves. And we warm our hands by the fire. And occasionally, it's been about maybe 10 years, I think, we throw snowballs. Well, after they threw those snowballs, okay, one day, since it was snowing, Frog asked Toad to go sledding. Now, Frog liked to go sledding. Toad didn't like that. It was too fast, kind of dangerous, you know, no regulation, just people out there sledding. So, Frog said, hey Toad, do you want to go? And Toad said, Frog said, it's going to be fun. And Toad said, Frog said, everybody's going to be there. And Toad said, Frog said, they're even going to have pizza. And Toad said, Frog said they were going to have pizza, and everybody said, anyway. So Frog convinced Toad that he was going to be okay, and Toad said she was going to go. So we're going on a sleigh ride. Are you ready, everybody? Then away. I guess when you say yes and ready at the same time, it sounds like Yeti. And away we go. Went to the music store. Not okay. The hills grew steeper, the sled started going faster and faster. conclusion was the sled had crashed. Now, Frog had fell off the sled and left Toad. Be careful with that tree over there. And Toad was left all alone, and Toad was real upset with Frog. Now, Frog was injured. Frog was injured. Frog was injured. Yeah, moving but injured. There we go. Toad was still upset about Frog falling off, so when Frog was trying to reach out a hand, Toad was so mad, she said she was never going to speak to Frog again. But just when she said that, guess who finally showed up with the mail? And Snell gave that letter to Toad, and Toad read it. And Toad realized that they were best friends after all. I'm gonna try that one time. That they were best friends after all. And before they knew it, it was time to hibernate for the winter once more. So Frog hopped over to her home. And she waved and we said, "Good night, Frog." And Toad hopped over to her home. And we say, "Good night, Toad." Good. Pull, don't push. Pull, don't push. Yeah, pull. There we go. It's like that. I'm thinking about that Geico commercial. And all the animals went to sleep again for the winter. And they slept and slept and drooled and drooled and snored and snored and rolled and rolled. And pretty soon, April came again. And when April comes, do you remember what happens? And so Frog and Toad joined everyone again to begin another year. Frog and Toad joined everyone. Joined everyone. Cheers. You gotta hop over there, your frogs and toads. And they all enjoyed the new year. So we all celebrate the spring being here. Here we go. Everybody else.